What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm gonna review the second solo studio album by American singer and rapper Don Toliver of Jack Boys by Travis Scott. Basically, this product is called Life of a Don, and it came out in the fall of 2021. Now, back in the early 2020s, pitches like that, I reviewed a series of Don Toliver and Jack Boys type products, pitches like that, Sunny type ordeals. It's been quite some time since I touched base with Don Toliver, pitches like that. Last I checked, I was amidst reviewing projects like Heaven and Hell and Donnie Womack's and those type pitches with the aspect when he dropped this particular album, Life of a Don. His accent type fair is getting towards some of these type pitches. The varieties about some of these, it's a pretty fiery type one within aspects here. It has a particular kind of aspect of really mastering the concept of getting towards the product, a particular trap kind of glare about it within the pitch of just having trap and varieties amongst makeshift and restaurant type fair pitch like that, more in places where it's not just strictly riding up the streets, blasting bass on heavy pitches like that, some stuff ordeals and street lights, just hella smokes pitches like that. So it's just a variety, kind of not as much a full bound kind of pink tinted type trap album where it's quite as much within the aspect of just this R&B flavored within the pitch. I mean, it is R&B flavored, but within the aspect of talking more kind of with the aspect of things that would kind of be it just kind of widens the concept of getting towards some of these type moments beyond just strip clubs and nightclub type fare within pitch like that for just winding type tunes and dance type songs pitch like this. It has more varieties where it's just kind of the aspect of just probably a purple tinted type trap album come within pitch. Usually when you think of pink tinted, it's usually more within than more of effeminate kind of trap type territory, but it's just less within the varieties of songs by Future, Never End and Turn on the Lights, some of those Never End and Turn on the Lights, some of those type various pitches like that. Just those type ones that just feel the typical type varieties that just fall into Go Go Girls and some type aspects. It's kind of the tone, kind of romantic flavor pitches like that. Basically, if you were to take a rom-com type R&B album, something like that, kind of within variety, that's kind of what you would get here within these pitches. So this has the aspect the varieties that just getting towards pretty. I mean, it's a sparky type album. It has some turn up songs on here, but it's not quite as loud as Travis Scott within these pitches. Just kind of variety as far as just aspects for more type flares within something that just kind of has just a little bit more sugar coated type aspect within the tone of just something to listen to with just getting this more beezy flavored kind of trap type music within the pitch. It is more varieties going for a different angle from it. So it's just kind of the pitch. It's kind of the variety when Adam Sandler would do movies with Jennifer Aniston and Drew Barrymore, so that pitches within the tone of just going as an astray from the typical type comedy type variety. This is kind of it would be a romantic comedy type fare, but just to say romantic trap within the pitch. Doesn't feel as much R&B. It's not really with ballads on here, not really with kind of dance club type singles within the pitch. I mean, there is maybe one or two dance club songs on here, but it's not the pitch. It's just the aspect of talking about some of those EDM type ones or the rainy kind of makeshift type ballads pitch like that. It's just differential type flares. It just feels like trap music, just more with a romantic sense in mind. So it's just kind of pitch as far as getting towards it, but that's definitely an original type flare, especially for as far back as the fall of 2021 pitch like that, because you pay attention to the ordeals kind of about it. It's this kind of pitch that there weren't a ton of these folks. Now I don't have as much, I need to start fucking within certain type senses more. I need to start fucking within senses more of R&B type flavored albums from the 2020s. Not knowing, I mean, I know there's some folks like Brent Faiyaz and some of those type folks. I think Bryson Tiller has some further type products pitched like that. But it's kind of ordeal as far as saying this is some of those type ones that kind of is Drake does music like this in a certain type sense, but he was kind of just more traditional kind of R&B in a contemporary type sense. Don Toliver's R&B is definitely trap flavored. So it's just basically it's basically just getting an effeminate, or it's basically just getting an effeminate Travis Scott or a more effeminate kind of Future. Not to say that he's effeminate, but just kind of within pitch. Future does songs like Turn on the Lights, some of those type ones pitches like that, some of those type ones like Turn on the Lights and Astronaut Chick, some of those type ones, but it's just kind of variety. It's just more within the flavor, just having the kind of sleek, kind of just on fleek type factor that trap music kind of had in the 2020s. So this pitch like that, classic album, just be able to say 10 out of 10 within these pitches. Definitely recommend the variety behind it. There's 16 songs in here, recommend all 16 pitches like that. Now, the thing about these fares within these pitches is particularly Don Toliver kind of filled the gap for Travis Scott within these pitches because he took a considerable time off between it took him until 2023 to drop another album, which is within the pitch after Astroworld. Now I want to say I think it was as far back as 2021 when the Astroworld the Astroworld concert controversy kind of happened, but this was right before that particular kind of happened, I think, more or less within those pitches, so it's kind of variety. Travis Scott did drop Jack Boys in late 2019, but then it kind of was like a sizable break before he got back on the scene in 2023, but you did get a series of Don Toliver type products within these pitches, kind of filling the gap as far as what's supposed to happen. He's basically one of the larger wingmen of Jack Boys pitches like that. I want to say some of these type folks have dropped albums, but at least Don Toliver had like some good type flair where he was racking up hits. Some of these songs did chart pretty well within these pitches. Like a couple of these, like at least Flocky Flocky and What You Need were top 85 and top 55 singles pitches like that. So it's good type varieties. It's kind of low key tore things up back in 2021. It just feels like kind of that those times were forgotten about within the sense behind it, between like the leftover pandemic moments and the Astroworld between like the leftover pandemic type moments and the Astroworld travesty and pitches like that, the leftover election type fair and things like January 6th and those type of aspects. But just the pitch as far as talking about it, just paying attention to these prices within the pitch for saying the 4 singles. But yeah, I recommend all 16 songs to 10 out of 10 album. But what you need is the hit type ones, like a good hollowed kind of Spotify bleed to get here, just Travis Scott style. I would definitely say just some loft kind of spoiling for divas pitch like that. Good nice tune to kind of have folks flames of mind get cozy and quickly with it as far as this fair is going to happen. So it's just traditional type fare, getting those satiny type ones that Don Toliver is particularly good at within these pitches. Just prime form with him as far as this pitch is going to happen. Once again, kind of feels a gap within these pitches because it was kind of the after moments that even in like 2020 and 2021, Travis Scott was a lot more quiet within these pitches. So it's just kind of fair as far as what was up with his camp as far as these pitches going to happen. But it's just kind of pitch of this leftover type vibes, just standard kind of R&B trap type fashions, pitch like that, some type ordeals. This kind of the aspect of this. Good penthouse and domain type fare to kind of kick back with just standard amount of spoils and pitch like that, miscellaneous type ordeals. This kind of product of this loft kind of abode, kind of coziness within the factors of as far as this pitch comes. The accent type ordeals, this one products of this kind of more or less within product. There is some hosting type fare on here within pitch like that. It's kind of variety. This more the aspect of this retired type music within the tone, just like the particular fare. It's just kind of the aspect. There's some tear up kind of on here in pitches like that, and it is oftenly enough kind of within the tear up type fashion of being burnt from smokish type air and pitches like that, but it's just kind of variety as far as saying it has the aspect of this, of just the back type fashions to kind of have for like the product of this, not going out for a night of rounds pitch like that. So it's just kind of variety. There's a few of these on here. There are some restaurant type fairs though and pitches like that, so we'll get to some of those. But yeah, Drugs and Hell Melodies, and yeah, I want to say What You Need. There's 2 singles, like I was saying, What You Need and Flocky Flocky were top 85, top 55 singles pitches like that. So good type ordeals. But Drugs and Hell Melodies is a nice one. This song's like a solid after hours kind of sleepwalk to get here. Just Drugs and Hell Melodies, like a solid kind of after hours sleepwalk shifts to get here within these products. Just pick up like some Star Crunch, like a movie like Juno, something that pitches good for some candling pitch like that. It's more romantic trap type fare within pitches like that. It's more kind of within the rom-com and kind of drama type fashion pitches like that. Not to say as if full bound it has to be a movie like Juno within pitch. It just that particular kind of like, is it that kind of particular softcore pitches like that, just that kind of rosy and pitches like that. But it's kind of fair, this particular it's kind of cozier type fit type aspects when the pitch for us the fair is going to happen, but just definitely good candle type fair, something like that. Just the lavender type candles, pitch like that, turquoise type one, some type pitch when the aspect is good fairs about it. It's kind of the product. It's a little bit more smoky within the fashion, but definitely a good trendy type song within pitches like that. It's kind of a particular fair, just something that kind of has like the particular live type action. So this was a lot more bell of the ball within pitches, kind of as Drake started to phase out of like the particular. He wasn't as much not in the main spotlight, but it was just kind of pitch as far as saying just thinking of something rhythmic, the R&B type flavor is something to kind of listen to. Kind of varieties. Once you start getting past like Post Malone and Drake, and particular in certain senses, even Future kind of grafting, not just kind of having just more something a little bit sparkier and kind of more rhythmic within the tones, just more ear to the streets right now type shit, pitches like that. It's kind of ordeal. Just paying like R&B, it just was not as common within these pitches. Paying attention, apart from like The Weeknd and maybe like even Beyonce was not charting that heavily back in 2021 pitches like that. So this is kind of fair as far as saying for more or less type fashions, apart from like The Weeknd, maybe like 1 or 2 others, trying to think of like rhythmic kind of R&B or even R&B trap and B, some of the pitches that was kind of popping around that time. It's kind of some good type pitches getting towards some of that, so some good type flares about it. It's how like the Star Crunch nearby, some of those type movies, Juno, and movies like Made in Manhattan, some of those stuff, there's good pitches like that. It's kind of varieties amongst it, good type products. Way Bigger is a hit type 1. This is the third single. It's like a grand kind of trap romping to get out in the night bang, I'd say here. Just Smoke Loud, definitely some of these type fares. Just typical kind of Travis Scott type fares, pitch like that. Just routine kind of trap push. Just kind of in a more finery type aspect. So it's just kind of fair. Don Toliver's aspect behind it is just not quite as much bravado filled. Miss the aspect is quite as triumphant. It's not quite as triumphant within these particular products, but it's kind of pitch as far as saying it's just not the usual type thunder that you would think of from songs like Travis Scott off of like his Al Faro mixtape and like his Al Faro mixtape and Days Before Rodeo. Some of that pitches within the product it's not quite as like within the ferocity kind of behind. But it's not to say within those pitches not as full bound, but it's kind of pitch as far as saying that just more finery pitches like that amongst some of those type of ordeals. So this kind of pitch just more sugar coated some of those type of ordeals. Back some type products is getting towards some of these type pitches. It's good type variety within these aspects. It's kind of 2021 was kind of a stranger type year for trap music within these pitches as DaBaby and like Lil Baby was still kind of popular around this time. DJ Khaled had some leftover type hits around this time, but for the most part, trap was kind of in like stranger type territories than pitches like that. Just kind of fair amongst it, just looking for someone who was that predominant. Drake did kind of have like Certified Lover Boy around this time, pitches like that, but it's just kind of fair that the hit type appeal. This is where the aspect, where the backlash, like the particular things are kind of happening. It's just kind of aspect of just some of those toss-ups, but this good type pitch is just kind of a bravado type one, closest thing to like bravado in a Travis Scott type sense, but for the most part, good pitches. Flocky with Travis Scott's a hit type one. It's like a good trap desperado kind of evening twang to get here within these products. Just Smoke Nice, definitely to this one. Just some demon time kind of erranding, I'd say. Just kind of wilding out pitch like that. Just in a good type mood. Some of these type fares. Just feeling like the brush of just like particular summer heat type fare. Just in a more red skies, orangey skies kind of aspect within those tones amidst the fray about it. So this kind of product of this in between kind of neighborhood weaving. It's kind of similar to like Trey the Truth, some of these type folks. It's kind of more southern fried type flavor pitches like that, but just kind of missed the aspect of kind of like a Trap and B, mild kind of ratchet type flair about it. Feels like songs by Travis Scott like Quintana, some of those type ones. Yeah, but definitely good ass evening pitches like that amongst some stuff where deals. Some of these it's dope that Travis Scott was around for some of these type fairs. He pops up a couple times on this particular Life of a Dawn album pitch like that. So some good type ordeals. Just kind of it being a quieter spell for him pitch like that amongst those ordeals. Yeah, just some of these type pitches here, paying attention towards it. Classic album within these products is kind of pitch, and just paying attention to the varieties amongst how trap was kind of getting to with some of those type products. It kind of felt within certain senses, considering that I can't think of as many full-bound kind of predominant type trap rappers that were kind of popping up in 2021. It was kind of a more quieter type year with it. It's kind of a more quiet and kind of quieter type aspect of a year within pitch like that, paying attention to the varieties just amongst those type aspects. You did have like The Voice and The Hero album by Lil Durk and Lil Baby. DJ Khaled dropped at the beginning of the year, some of those type varieties, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying it's just kind of aspect in terms. Things were kind of in hodgepodge type fair, but looking after this, I'll say Don Toliver took the helm pretty well within these pitches, good products. So good hit song on here is Outer Space, like a woozy and vintage kind of 2010s mixtape kind of hotboxing tune to get here. Just get ratchet within these aspects, real ferocity, this ferocious type song pitch like that. Just good to have like some know your meme type vibes pitch like that. So it's kind of missed the fray. Is with your pals pitch like that, some of that nonsensing pitch like that amongst these ordeals. This hell and nachos in the whip pitches like that. It's kind of the aspect of this day spill, this within a wilding type loud pack pitches like that. So definitely good aspect is to have good excellent know your mean type product to have belted out some type pitches within it, good flares about it. Swinging on Westheimer's a hit type ones, like a good swamped and tart kind of aftertaste to get just in like the AM hours pitch like that, just some come through type tunes I'd say here, just good to pick up muffins kind of within the aspect of flames kind of upset or just the aspect of just the after effect of this kind of not so much bitter but just kind of after effect this bittersweet type modes in the pitch, just like the product of this kind of hairball in your throat type moments pitched like that just amongst some of those type of ordeals. So just kind of after effect it's some good type flares amongst this album. I do like the particular glare type factor about this album within these pitches. Just kind of it is kind of demon time within these pitches, and this is kind of a variety despite the fact that some things within complex type things were not open as much within the full bound type fashion. Just kind of pitch it just like the weavings that kind of go along with some of these type flares of disc pickups within these products of just some get right type flares. It's having good come through type music just in the after effect of just like surfing's probably past like 9 or 10 p.m. pitches like that, so this is good type varieties about it. There's another particular song that kind of has those aspects about it as well, which would be 2 a.m. good pitch like that. So 2 a.m. and Swinging on Westheimer go along pretty common So 2 a.m. and Swinging on Westheimer make a pretty good combos, like a Melded and Blanker kind of Traffic and Ghost kind of push to get here. Just grab like corn nuts, croissants with an after effect, probably just weaving into like the breakfast and morning shift type fare, just last minute kind of favors to rope up pitch like that. So just some of those type products from the pitch, just the get right type fare, just pitch like that. Pick up like an Amazon gift card for like a flame or something within those products, just from the aspects for like the tone or just like the extracurricular type fare, or just enjoying demon time in like a trap and B type sense pitches like that, some stuff ordeals. 5 times is an excellent type 1, also 5X within the fashion as far as what is known. Good pitch like that. It's like a dope jury kind of nightclub ambience to get here. Just enjoy combos and tipsy kind of cheesy and pitch like that. This kind of jury kind of combos, like why you being a hater, something that pitches good products like that. Just kind of map outs and drops on top of that. So it's just kind of pitch as far as saying just the in between type fair, just the after moments that just like nothing type products, just from the pitch as far as just kind of within the socialized type fashion, but just kind of pitch it having like mild. Not as if it has to be checking your phone for like hustle type fare within the vicious type variety of it, but just kind of pitch it just in between type session, just having like some fares to just figuring out the next modes within the pitch, just kind of in between type fare, just enjoying like the ambience of just like busy and kind of common folk kind of conversation type fare, just from the after products of a good pitch like that amongst those fares kind of within it. Double Standards is a hit type 1, good products about this, like a typical kind of Drake style kind of ruminate to get within these products. Just Spotify kind of makeshift, I'd say here, just go for like a target run just to miss like some glare factors about it. So this is kind of fair when you think of folks like Big Sean, Kanye West, some of these type folks pitch like that, other type folks like Fifth Harmony that kind of had some of these type ones with the aspect of this kind of Spotify makeshift, just more with target runs, kind of miss the aspect of something. 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the morning, going for like Panera Bread and muffin runs, some stuff pitched from the aspect. Donuts, Dunkin' Donuts, some stuff products, kind of the pitch as far as saying just the aspect of just kind of having some of that type of hitting up target. Probably past like 7 o'clock p.m., some stuff pitch, just the aspect as far as some of these type ones is kind of within the Spotify type fashion, amidst like that commerce, just real sleek and trendy to like 2020s type fashion, but just missed the fair just then. Sunset type hours. Crossfaded is a hit type 1's like a good homebound kind of afterthought to get here. Just cook ramen, some stuff airs, just infomercials on, some stuff products. Good, nice tune to tidy the house. Just kind of what a do type vibes with like flames in mind, pitches like that. Miss some of these type ordeals. Just kind of leftover type products, just wrap ups for the day as far as this pitch can happen. Just kind of after effect, not in like the meat of the day pitches like that, but just kind of missed the ordeal. Just leftover type product, just within the retired type fashion, just missed the fair. Just kind of also good type varieties kind of with an after effect of this goes along with songs like Drugs and Hell Melodies, this pitch like that, this lounge type music with the tone, but otherwise good straightening type air pitch like that amidst the ordeal, but this works as good kind of trap and B kind of domain type music pitch like that amidst good type fares about it. Further type product for some demon time flair. Smoke is a hit type 1. This is more out in the fray. It's like a hotel and lobby kind of gallivant to get here to some social commotion. I'd say about this particular fair. Just ones that kind of feels kind of like an in-between type fair between like Tyler the Creator and Travis Scott. Some type products within it. It's like a feeling wired but flush kind of vending machine type in-between type moments. So this kind of after effect of this. Probably spend like a good 10 or 15, 18 minutes around a vending machine. Some of those type products is picking up like Reese's Cups. Some of those type fairs just from the pitch. It just kind of straightening within the aspect. Just talking in like the particular stairwell pitch like that, some stuff ordeals, not within like the problem of having legality of it, but just kind of lounge type fashion within some stuff pitch, just the after effect, just having some smokage and good Moscato type fare in your system pitch like that, just kind of liveliness, just enjoying the fray behind it. A good jumping type 1 on here would be Get Throw. This is a DJ Mustard beat, excellent type fares about it. This is like an excellent kind of drunken DJ Mustard kind of leftover ratchet type climbs to get within these products. So this one probably has like the most type variety, minus the factoid. This is a particular one that has a little bit more wired type factor with like the product of not either being kind of slurred out or just kind of more within low. This particular one has a little bit more wiry type factor about a pitch like that. It's like a feeling sparky, kind of have like some hard gins pitches like that, miss these ordeals. So just kind of a bar hop type 1 pitch like that, just missed the fray, just like some complex, just feeling kind of like fuck it, gonna get throwed today. So there's that pitch, missed that aspect, just get some tarot kind of going, just buy. Run up the drink tab for bays and mine pitches like that, sending stuff ordeals from the pitch behind it, just being able to definitely within the variety. I would have said that there probably need to be another song within the song or so within these products, something within this particular aspect. Now there are ones on here, like another nice one within these pitches that kind of has like some of that relative kind of social. It has like some good venue type bang on here is 5x 5 times within those pitches, but it's just kind of aspects as far as saying it's just kind of the conduct of There's good moments about these phrases within this album. It's kind of the pitch as far as saying that it's just the aspect of just having more to kind of do with like game spit as far as these phrases go. It's not like that's a humongous type problem. It's just kind of pitch as far as saying the focus. Kind of, it's not to say full bound as if it wouldn't be, but it's just kind of pitch as far as just paying attention that the embellish is kind of toned down slightly within these pitches as if the product is the embellish is kind of toned down slightly within the product. Not to say as if it's not, like the enjoyment factor is not on here, but it's just kind of pitch as far as just getting towards the conduct, flames kind of being within the stationary pitch like that, get the variety kind of right, whether it's phone game or just pitch like that, just good. Products picking up the favor runs, since that pitch is getting like the particular, star crunch and rom com type fair pitch like that. It's just to miss the ordeal of this having just upholding your end of the bargain type fair within pitch like that amongst like the fray of like a particular kind of labor and set forth amongst those pitches. So this kind of variety is not quite as much of like just shit faced and just throw your weight around type album within full bound pitch. Not like it couldn't be, but this kind of pitch is just come through type fair on here pitch like that. So it's within those phrases paying attention. Some of these other type ones, I don't think I talked about You with Travis Scott. This is a hit type one. And say there are some folks on here, and some good type folks like Smoke has Sofago and HVN on here, good pitches. Some of these particular new era 2020s trap type folks. Baby Keem is on Outer Space. Like I said, that was the Hotbox type one with Know Your Memes, some that pitches. Kali Uchis is on particular Drugs and Hell Melodies, the second single. Travis Scott's on here a couple times with Flocky and You. So some good folks on here, pitches like that. Let's be honest, say You is like a glissy kind of after moments, kind of trap make. The hit song You is like a glissy kind of after moments trap makeshift to get to some satin speak and nothing's gonna have within pitch like that. Just have like a bag of lays nearby, since that product just some long hauls to kind of get to within these aspects. So it's kind of product to just after hours type fair pitches like that amidst these products. So just have like some sort of goodie nearby pitches like that. Now within the product, if like particular folks not quite as pleased with like the smoking product, just having something within the curriculum, keep it within the fair for more long-winded typeness, probably like a couple bags of Lays, barbecue Lays, sour cream and onion Lays, something that pitches within it, but just like some long hauls, just for like the pitch of disc feeling, have some chats get out of your system, something that products within the pitch, but this kind of aspect of disc more endurant kind of nights and fairs like that within those pitches, good aspects about it. I think there's a couple more of these I haven't talked about on here. Escape is one of these. Escape is like a solid trap glam for like restaurant type fare. I'd say just enjoy like a hot plate. Some of these type products that just like some good grub out and around. Euros, some of these type products pitches like that. Just hair down type vibes for like Flames in Mind pitches like that. Just kind of the after effect of this. This good relief type air within pitch like that. This recent spill, I'd say something that probably this news of what's been happening within pitch like that, whether actual day type air within the world news or just pitches something that probably within pitch, but this recent spill pitch like that is good. Another good get cozy type fair pitches like that, missed the phrase, but just kind of more within like the evening scene, kind of socialized, kind of brick and mortar type complex pitches like that, good type varieties. Definitely reminds of something Pop Smoke would kind of do back in like the late 2010s, pitches like that, some type fairs about it. Good other folks like that. 5V04 and it's not so much drill, but it is kind of more refined type trap and like a more kind of just food enjoyment refinery type sense pitches like that. Bogus is a hit type one that's like enjoying like residential kind of loud pack kind of Quavo style, I'd say here, pitches like that. Quavo from Migos, like a homies kind of Spotify bleed, I'd say. Just have some pals around, but just kind of pitch it, just vibe check this within the aspect of Flames in Mind. Some of these type airs just good aspect of like some R&B flavored trap just within those pitches. It's kind of the vibe of disc. Softcore kind of day pitches like that. Just kind of have like some smokes in rotation, but just kind of probably for the most part, folks, more or less just the preoccupied type air, just kind of within that collect, but just kind of pitch it, just not having to have like actual kind of adjutant type activities pitches like that within those ordeals, like taking everyone's attention as if there's stuff and shit to kind of be done in a more muscle type sense. So just kind of pitch about this lounge type air, just with homies around, being around, but just not anything within the full bound argue of a pitch just like that. I think one of the last ones I haven't talked about on here is Company Part 2. So Company Part 2 is like a dreared and brooding kind of Spotify white noise get here, just toasty kind of host fare, I'd say, pitch like that. Just have like some Lays nearby, have like some Lays chips nearby, pitch like that. Movies like Devil Wears Prada, some type pitches. So just further type hits within those aspects, just miss the variety kind of amongst it. Just good type fare to kind of have for like lounge type fashion, just having like the aspect of it's kind of within the variety having folks around pitches like that, but it's kind of after effect of this kind of just more having to pay attention, kind of have the preoccupied, just the host type fashions pitches like that. So just amongst the ordeal, just having some shit to do for like the variety behind it, just having It's not so much having to go out on a limb, making sure that the whole shebang is kind of within the arrangement, but it's kind of fair just having like varieties to just amongst things to kind of have for like the product of it. Good pitches to some of that type fare. Good contemporary kind of 2020s kind of trap and B kind of pull aside as far as those pitch camps. So just the after effect, just lounge type fashions, maybe homies playing Call of Duty out in the living room, bass kind of more pull aside, preoccupied with flames, pitch like that, dismissed the fray, but just looking after it. Good excellent lounge type fashions, but looking after the phrase as far as these pitch can happen just with an aspect. It's also just good Drake style kind of it's also just good Drake style lounging pitches like that amongst those sort of deals. But definitely, yeah, bag of Lay's, chips, and that fair extra type products just with an after effect. Probably Moscato Sons that pitches just party favors pitches like that amongst those party favors pitches like that amongst those phrases. I'd say it's a good pitch. It's a 10 out of 10 album. So I would score more or less. I would probably say within the variety, considering that particularly Don Toliver was like a good companion piece for a while to Travis Scott pitch like that. It's actually pretty surprising that he had a number of hits that caught like some pretty solid enough commonplace attention. So I'd say within the fray, there's multiple songs off this album that have over 100 million plays on Spotify, so it definitely caught like pretty good degrees of damage pitch like that, despite the fact that none of these got past like the top 50 on like the Billboard 100. This guy was all over Instagram back in those days, pitched like that, so it's pretty everyday type appeal. I think for a good while, 2021, 2023, he has more hit albums coming on the way, so it's a pitch, so I'm going to get to that, but just the pitch for saying everyday type appeal with these particular type fares. So this pitch for saying it's good complex. The casual is pretty high, so I just say 10 out of 10 social pitches like that. Is paying attention to some of these type fares, like I was saying, just the pitch behind, getting towards like trap and B getting to trap and B within these varieties amongst the pitch of like more glared kind of after hours type fare. Dismiss the pitch of places to listen to some of this beyond just like the strip club or dance club pitch like that. So it just has the fair some more integration within like a contemporary kind of R&B type fashion and a trap type flavor. So it just nails that particular appeal. Now Future touched base on this a little bit. Drake kind of was doing more contemporary, kind of more for makeshift and pop type radio. So it's kind of pitched that Don Toliver was definitely a good choice for some of these type aspects of getting like Travis Scott Future type styles, just more with like I'd probably say more specifically kind of purple tinted trap music more so than actual pink. This is the variety. Pink's a little bit more rosy and kind of miss the aspect of this kind of variety of this more complex kind of sugar coated pitch like that for more everyday and music type fare 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon and just more everyday. But this is kind of more than the focus of this after hours type times pitch like that. Just kind of more with the kind of just more in the variety of things to listen to with like bass in mind for places past just like music and dance club and strip club type air pitch like this. It nails the appeal as far as doing a good aspects as far as those pitch camps. So I'd say 10 socially is popular enough. So in terms of future, like supposedly I looked recently about Don Toliver. Supposedly he has a new album coming out as of January 2026. That's excellent type fires paying attention to a pitch like that. There's also some varieties. There's some further type albums. I'm going to start getting back to this cat a lot more. Pitch like that since that phrase. So there's some ones that are kind of thrown in here. Pitch like that. I'm going to get to some of these type ones, but this is definitely a classic, very inspired type one. This has a good aspect like some varieties. That just has some clever type lanes within pitch. Definitely was a foothold for like the styles of the times within pitch like that. Kind of carried the weight for a good while between like gaps between Travis Scott and a number of folks that were kind of quieter in trap music around that time. Definitely a good staple one, I'd have to say.